So good morning to you all, and a hearty welcome to these workshops, to these value-based management seminars. And as you all know, today we've got two sessions. The first one is, of course, on success. What exactly is success? The key to success and the key to progress in life. And the second session is going to be on managing relationships. How do we have an exquisite, positive and healthy relationship with one another? And each session will be for around an hour and a quarter each. And after which we can have a 10 to 15 minutes question and answer session if in case you all have any doubts or questions to clarify. And we'll have, say, a break of half an hour before we regroup for the next session. Yeah? Now friends, so this seminar is going to be on success, as you all know. If we carefully observe, the entire world is clamoring for success. Everyone wants to be successful in their respective field. And why not? Everyone should be successful. And I see no reason why you all wouldn't want to succeed in your respective endeavors. As the saying goes, nothing succeeds like success. Yeah? Now friends, though success is a relative term, meaning it means different to different people. For some, success means becoming rich and famous, while for others, success means to have a good family, a good friend circle, and being able to pay their bills on time. So, since though it means different to different people, but friends, we gotta have a panoramic view, a greater understanding, a bigger picture of success. Success, friends, is not merely about achieving your desired goals. Because sooner or later you will achieve your goals by virtue of you sincerely and consciously implementing the ingredients to success, the key to success that we're going to discuss in the latter half of this program. But true or complete success, friends, true or complete success is facing all situations in life, even the unfavorable ones, transforming them into positive ones, and feeling yourself realized at all levels of your personality. At your physical personality, your emotional personality, and your intellectual personality. That's true success. So true success is feeling yourself to be full of inner contentment and happiness during the pursuit, during your journey of success and the final accomplishment. With an optimistic mental attitude, without any fear, and happy and in a good mood always. In all situations, that's true or complete success. Because friends, the world, as we know, is a pair of opposites, and it's in a constant flux of change. It's a pair of opposites, meaning favorable and unfavorable situations, joy and sorrow, heat and cold, honor and dishonor. It's a pair of opposites, and it's in a constant flux of change. So we all are going to encounter both favorable and unfavorable situations. And the world cannot always cater to our mental pattern according to our likes and dislikes. So we got to learn the skill, the art of being balanced, of being at peace with oneself in and through these ups and downs of life. When we are pursuing our goals to be successful in life. That's true success. Yeah? If we come to think of it, friends, what use is that success, which in its pursuit and final accomplishment is filled with mental agitations, and filled with discontentment, with the inner feeling of sorrow, it's not worth it. Yeah? And we can gain this complete success, this true success, only when we are consistent with our values, with our value systems. And hence the need, the dire need of value-based management seminars. And this seminar is one such value-based seminar, which does not only give us the formula of success, the ingredients to success, but also educates us on certain higher values which are eternal in nature, meaning they don't change with the passage of time, and they're time-tested and attested by the greatest of thinkers, the greatest of intellectuals, the subjective scientists of the world from time immemorial. Let that be Albert Einstein, Dr. Albert Schweitzer, the great Arthur Schopenhauer, or our great Mahatma Gandhi. So when we sincerely practice these higher values that we're going to discuss in this seminar, it gives us that complete satisfaction, that ultimate perfection in life, which seems to be very elusive in the world today. As the wise saying goes, a very practical saying, a wise man does not look at failures as failures. He looks at all his experiences, even the unfavorable ones, his obstacles, his hardships, his failures. He looks at them positively, with an optimistic mental attitude. And that is, he looks at it as stepping stones, as learning experiences, which leads up to his ultimate success. Yeah? As one master puts it succinctly, he says, you could lose, but never be losers. You could fail, but never be failures. We all know the inspiring true story of Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison, the great scientist who invented the light bulb. He failed more than 900 times, around 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb for all of us. And when asked about his road to success, friends, his profound and inspiring answer, he said, I haven't failed 1,000 times. Rather, I have successfully discovered 1,000 ways of how not to make a light bulb. Now that's the positive attitude that we're talking about. Now friends, since we all are clamoring for success, since we all want to be successful in life, we first got to understand what is success in the first place. We got to completely and successfully understand what is success in the first place. You see, when I ask this question in different organizations, in different institutions, I get answers like success is accomplishment, achievement, attainment, so on and so forth. Now friends, if we carefully analyze all these words like accomplishment, attainment, victory, triumph, all these are but synonyms. They don't really explain what success is in the first place. While others answer success is prosperity, is affluence, is richness, is name, fame, or some say mastering a particular skill, a particular art. Again, if we carefully analyze, all these are goals that we desire, that we want to be successful in. And when we gain success, we get all these goals. But again, these words do not explain what success is in the first place. Now friends, if we scientifically analyze, closely observe, success, friends, is nothing but an outcome a result, an effect. To put it in a nutshell. And this effect, this result belongs to the future. Yeah? So when we say we want success, I want to be successful in such and such field, what we're saying in effect is I desire a particular outcome, a particular result, I want a particular effect. Right? So if that be so, if success is an effect, what are we going to focus on? What are we going to pay attention to? That's right, the cause. And that's precisely why we refer to success as an effect, because there is no effect without a cause. Yeah? The phenomenon of this world, friends, is an endless expression of cause and effect, the established scientific law of causation. There's no effect without a cause. So if our focus of attention is on the cause, on the right action that comprises the cause, we need not worry about the effect. We need not worry about success, because the effect or success is automatic once we take care of the cause. But unfortunately, more often than not, friends, most of the people, their attention is so much on the effect, on success per se. They're so anxious about the effect, which impedes the cause, the right action, leading to self-created failure. Yeah? So we got to focus on the cause. Now friends, before we get into the cause, the formula of success, the ingredients to success, or the mantras to success, we got to understand one fundamental point, one important point which is a prerequisite before we embark on our journey to success. And that is, we ought to have a higher ideal associated with our goal that we want to achieve success in. We have to have a higher ideal linked to the goal that we want to achieve success in. So that brings us to what is a higher ideal. Higher ideal is nothing but a greater cause, a nobler purpose beyond our self-centered interests in our activities. I repeat for what it's worth, a higher ideal is a higher goal, a nobler, a greater purpose in our activity beyond our personal aspirations, beyond our self-centered interests. And we have to have a higher ideal associated with the field that we want to be successful in. Now, why is that so? Why do we need to have a higher ideal linked to our goal? For this simple reason, friends, when we have a higher ideal connected with our goal, there's a lot of inspiration, there's a lot of invigoration in our work. So when we have a higher ideal, say that of our organization, when we're working for our company, for our organization, or say a larger circle of identification, say if we are working for the state, the community, the society at large, or the world at large, there's a lot of inspiration, there's a lot of mental stamina in our work, as opposed to when we are working just for ourselves. It's a law of life. You can't change it, I can't change it. You got to examine this law of life, this truth of life, experiment with it, and come to experience its veracity. Today we see the entire world, people are suffering from the stress and strain of work. Work has become a burden, action has become a burden. That's why people like to go for weekends and vacations. They look forward to Friday evenings rather than Monday mornings. Why is that so? Why do people want to avoid work? There is no problem in action per se, friends. There's no problem in work per se. But it is in the way we go about doing our work. It is the way we approach our action that makes all the difference. So if we work in the world with self-centered interests, selfishly, with ego and egocentric desires, there's a monotony. Work becomes monotonous. We are fatigued. We are sick and tired of our work because we are working with ego and egocentric desires, with self-centered interests, just for our personal aspirations. But when we work with a higher ideal in mind, say for our organization, the very work becomes entertaining and exhilarating. There's a lot of invigoration and inspiration in that work. Yeah? And of course, the ideal that we picture, friends, ought to be in line with our nature, with our inherent tendencies, with our talents, with our aptitudes. And it ought to be realistic. We can't just pitch up a very high ideal to start with. To start with, we can start with the ideal that relates to our mental capacity, say our organization, and slowly we expand our circle of identification to the society, to our country, and to the world at large. Because the law of life states that higher the ideal, greater the potency in action, greater the mental strength, greater the mental stamina that we wield. Yeah? Our actions become powerful and are very productive. They speak for themselves. I'm sure most of you would have already experienced this in your personal lives. You see, friends, whenever we have done something, say for our family, or for our organization, or for our school, our university, or the country at large, whenever we've done something for the community, there's been a lot of inspiration and integration in our work. We've been really enthused to do that work, a lot of enthusiasm. And vice versa, whenever we have done something just to meet our selfish ends, just for our self-centered interests, to meet our petty paltry needs, there's very little stamina. There's no real inspiration in doing that work. It's the experience of one and all. There's no courage and conviction when we just work to meet our selfish, petty, paltry needs. So, when an employee goes to his manager, to his senior, with a self-centered interest, he fumbles, he fears, he hesitates. But the same employee, when he goes to his senior with a cause concerning the entire workforce, when he identifies with the organization and takes up an issue that concerns the entire organization, that same person goes up to his boss with full courage and conviction, with full confidence. Why? Because we get the backing and strength of the entire organization. The entire organization is backing us and giving us that confidence and strength. Or for that ideal, we get that backing from that ideal that we're working for. Let it be the society or the country or the world at large. I'll give you another example. Our great Sachin Tendulkar. He's achieved so many feats in his life, so many records, unparalleled, unmatched, very difficult to break. Let it be the double 100 in a one-day international or his 100th 100 or the World Cup. Did he plan for these personal records? By his own humble and candid admission, he always, and we saw that clearly, he always would play for the glory of his country. That was his higher ideal. And when he kept his higher ideal and was playing for the glory, the grand glory of India, all these feats came his way. All these great records came his way. They were incidental. He didn't go about planning for them as such. Yeah? Similarly, friends, if we look for examples around either in history, in the past or in the present, whoever has made it big, whoever has been really successful in life, you can clearly see a higher ideal associated with that field that they've gained success in. We can clearly see it. And make no mistake, our personal growth is inclusive. Because some of you would be wondering, if we work for a higher ideal, for a greater cause, a noble cause, beyond a self-centered interest, beyond a personal aspiration, then what about us? What about our personal growth and progress? Make no mistake, your personal growth is assured. Because we are a part of the system. We are a part of the whole. So, for instance, if we are working with a higher ideal, say for our organization, for our company, as opposed to just working for our selfish ends, and when the company progresses, what does it mean? It automatically includes my growth and progress as well. I'm not excluded. So it's a win-win situation when we have a higher ideal. And the win-win situation is we are really enthused, there's a lot of power, a lot of inspiration in our action, and our personal growth is assured. And friends, make no mistake, when we really want to make it big in life, when we want to be really successful, we need a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation propelling our activities. Where are we going to get that inspiration from? We get it only when we have a lofty ideal, a higher ideal linked to our goal. If not, our actions will be of a very poor quality and very limited, no matter how hard you work. Please examine this truth of life, experiment with it, and come to experience its veracity. Right, friends, so now after having fixed a higher ideal in our life, now let's get into the formula of success, the ingredients to success, or the mantras to be successful in life. Because just a while ago we saw success is an? That's right, it's an effect. If that be so, then what's the cause? What do we got to focus on? What does the cause comprise of? There are 3 ingredients to success. 3 golden rules to succeed in life. Now, you could list more components, but these 3 are the main ones. The others that you could enlist are secondary and tertiary. In fact, you take care of these 3 ingredients, you've got the bull by the horns. All the other components will automatically fall into place. So what are these 3 ingredients, these 3 golden rules to succeed in life? As you all can see in the slide. Number 1, focus or concentration. Number 2, persistence or consistency. And number 3, teamwork or working in a spirit of cooperative endeavor. Working in a spirit of cooperation, in a teamwork. As the saying goes, friends, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. So if you take care of these three components, these three ingredients to success, friends, nothing, virtually nothing can take away success from you. As the saying goes, success is a tribute. Success is a tribute that life pays to excellence. And excellence refers to these three components. That's focus, persistence, and teamwork. And this formula of success applies to all fields. So let it be your business, your profession, academics, education, sports, you name it. When we apply this formula of success, nobody can take success away from us. And if we look around, again, in history or in present, whoever has made big and is really successful in life has consciously or unconsciously implemented these three golden rules to success. As opposed to working individualistically with the unhealthy competition, with antagonism, all these things impede our success in life. They say genuine success, friends, comes to only those who are ready for it. And these three ingredients to success makes one ready to achieve success in life. Right, so now let's zero in on these three important components to succeed in life. You see, people, more often than not, most of the people, they just know its word meaning. You all know the word meaning of these three: focus, persistence, and cooperation. But you see, we see seniors telling their subordinates, focus, be consistent, man. And we see team leaders telling their teammates, focus, be consistent, cooperate. Similarly, parents tell their children, focus, concentrate, be consistent, act in a spirit of friendliness, buddy. There was this father telling his child, concentrate in your studies, concentrate, focus, man. The poor child looked at his father and asked him, okay, Dad, what is concentration? How do I concentrate? And the father immediately rebuffed and told him, don't worry about it, just concentrate, man. So that's the scene. We use words very liberally and lavishly, but we know not of its real implication, its practical application in our day-to-day life. So now let's have an in-depth analysis of these three ingredients to success, its practical application in our day-to-day life. So we'll see exactly what is concentration, what distracts our concentration, and how do we get back. Similarly, what is consistency and how do we maintain consistency of purpose? And finally, why work in a spirit of cooperative endeavor, its benefits, and how do we develop the support from others to make it big, to be really successful in life. Right, so what is focus? Now, I'd request you all to be attentive, because now we're getting into the business end of success. So what is focus? Now friends, the discipline of focus is to keep our mind